Welcome back, everybody, to Indianapolis and the 67th U.S. Open. Let's take a little Cats replay look here at what Tommy Jones has done his last couple of frames. Here in the fourth frame, you're going to see that bowling ball right around the third arrow. Notice a real tight line. Unfortunately, the result is not what Tommy's looking for. So what adjustment does he make in the next frame? Watch this. He's going to get a little air time underneath that bowling ball, still right around that third arrow, but because he went with loft and more speed, the ball is able to hold line and hit the pocket.
We talked to Tommy during that commercial break, and he told us to change back to that ball he had success with in game number one, try and get his way back into it. He said it's not the 100% right ball for right now. He's kind of in between ideal balls that he would want.
Tough spot to be in.
To make it tougher, he's down 30 as we close out the sixth. Trying to string some strikes together. Right through the nose.
Oh, Tommy. Let it go to the right a little bit. 210s one time, you shut everyone down.
You know, when you're watching this at home, you're probably wondering, well, why doesn't Tommy give it more room to the right? Why is he going so direct? Why doesn't he give it more room to the right? Well, because if he gives it too much room to the right, he'll miss the head pin. Oh. 0 for 2 on the 310 in this match, and now trailing by 42. It's a real fine line, Rob, when mentally you know that in order to miss your target a board to the right, you have to throw it absolutely perfect. So right at the moment of truth, right at release, you start pinching it just a little bit, and when you pinch it on the U.S. Open pattern, you go through the nose. Tommy Jones cannot find the pocket. Everything he's tried has not worked. This shot here, he does give it some room to the right. Almost leaves the 210 split.
Such a promising first match for Tommy Jones.
Boy, it looked like nobody would beat him.
Dropped to 245. Dropped the opening 6 racks. And then issues. So here's Bill O'Neill, up 42, bottom of the 7th. So we talked about going to break, why Bill is happy that he's here. And we'll get to that after we remind you to head on over to PBA.com. The one a day, more of what matters to you question of the day, and it is going to be directed to Randy, or even if you're really desperate and can't come up with a good question, you can direct it to me. Follow the one a day link and send us your question of the day to Randy.
Nice shot there. Now, I want to know more about this Bill O'Neill story.
All right, so he's getting married in May. His lovely fiancée, Christy, is back home, and he had some downtime. We asked, hey, how's the wedding planning going? He said, it's just about all done, but I'm happy I'm here bowling this week. Well, why is that, Bill? Christy's back home writing invites and stuffing envelopes right now. So it just triggered the whole episode, Costanza's fiancé licking the envelopes, passing away. You don't want any part of that. We don't want that for Christy. Hopefully she's got some of that self-stick sealer thing for the envelopes. And speaking of the O'Neill nuptials, it will not be televised live on ESPN.com, by the way, or Extra Frame, but Tommy Jones and Jason Couch both invited to his wedding. Or to be invited once the wedding invitations are actually finally mailed out. Have we had enough wedding talk? Are you done, Randy? Ready to move on?
Yeah, let's...
Because even I'm ready to move on. And O'Neill looks like he'll be moving on as well.
Yeah, because the best Tommy Jones could shoot is 194. Bill O'Neill already in the 2 teens. He would just have to fill a mark in either the 9th or 10th frame. Well, he just lost his ball reaction, went to a different ball, tried something different. Nothing worked, nothing consistent, and then he made bad shots.
Mike Scroggins, your number 1 seed, your defending U.S. Open champ, waiting in the wings. He's a lefty. What is he thinking in your eyes right now?
I think it's the same thing, the same thought process that he's had the entire week, which is he has to go out and execute his game plan. And by that I mean he has to go out and make really good shots. He will be able to find something to get his ball to the pocket. It's not going to be, or it will be uninterrupted because he's the only left-hander left.
5.
And it's going to be the same game plan. Get up, make good shots, keep my target in front of me, fill frames, avoid the big splits, make my spares. And then basically just try to outstrike Phil O'Neill. If he can do that, he will win and defend successfully. But he must throw it as good as he's ever thrown it. He can't come out here and start whiffing the head pin and throwing washouts and going through the nose and big 4 splits. And if he does that, he's going to lose to this man right here.
O'Neill's best finish at a major, 3rd at the 2009 PBA World Championship, was 13th here at the U.S. Open in 2008 as a pro, but in 2005 as an amateur, he finished 6th in New Jersey. And misses the single pin spare there. It will not hurt him as Mike Scroggins, your #1 seed, your defending champ, gets set backstage.
And when you're Mike Scroggins coming on, you like seeing these low scores.
You think? Right?
I mean, he's like, hey, this isn't a shootout, thank God. I don't have to go out there and try to bowl too